Gangs of Lagos. This is probably the most talked about movie in Nigeria right now. So I watched it and I was amazed, and I decided that, okay, I'm going to be reviewing this movie. So if you've not seen this movie, just know that there are spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. So let's get into it. The movie was directed and produced by Jade Oshiberu, marketed and distributed by Amazon Prime. I just sounded like some old Nollywood marketers.
Director na Kanwanya, marketer and distributor nationwide. Now Great King Productions Limited.
So yeah, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. Just subscribe to Prime Video Nigeria and you'll be able to watch it. So Gangs of Lagos revolves around 3 children, Obalola, Gift and Ifeanyi, who grew up in Isaleko, a very notorious area in Lagos where anything goes. Literally anything goes. Stealing, killing, doing drugs, even selling chicken in traffic. How hilarious is that? So Isaleko is basically run by gangsters. That's it. These children were living the thug life already from a young age. They started as petty thieves. What am I even saying? They started as armed thieves that would later be forced to become a full-blown bloody gang. At the start of the movie, they introduced us to the first gang of Isaleko, and they showed a scene of a guy being gunned down. So you just know that it's about to go down in this movie.
It's about to go down.
The scene was very bloody, but I'll be toning down graphic scenes in this video. Obalala's father was into politics and was killed by one of his counterparts. His mother, Iyabo Ojo, saw that Obalala was on the verge of being recruited into that life and decided to take him for deliverance. The kind of deliverance where they will use broom to flog the devil out of your life. But unfortunately, after they were done flogging him, he carried himself by himself to the devil's den. Moral lesson of the story, guys. Don't flog your child with broom. Use Gary toner instead. It works better. The person he ran to for shelter, Tayo Faniron, acting as Nino, was not the actual devil in this case. I mean, he gave him good food and set him up in a big room that was in close proximity with his crush, Kazim's daughter. What could be better than that? Nothing. Obalola's mother came looking for him the next day, but she couldn't get him to follow her. When I tell you that anything goes in Saleko, anything, literally anything goes, a mother could not get her son to follow her home. So at this point, she cursed him and disowned him, and Nino became his adopted father and mentor. Now, Nino wanted him to get educated and not live out his life as a thug. Unfortunately for him, he was killed by his friend Kazim because of jealousy. He wanted his position, or I'll call Kazim his counterpart. Nino himself was portrayed as that good guy that got caught up in the thug life. At the point, he wanted to leave the thug life, but his mentor advised him that this life he's living is the next best thing after Agege bread, and everybody wants it. So he stayed. As a high-ranking gang member in Isaleko, his death caused a major fight between the different gangs, and a lot of people were killed. This is when the devil himself, in the person of Kazim, became Obalola's mentor, and his 2 best friends were equally roped in. Now we see the kids all grown up. Adesua, Tobi Bakre and Chike the musician were now Gift, Ife and Obalola respectively. When I saw Chike, I was like, Chike is a thug. Chike is a thug. Wow. We had 2 musicians as thugs in this movie, Chike and Zlatan. Although Chike still performed as a musician, it was the case of thug in the day, musician at night. They all played their roles really well, you guys. From the child actors to the adult characters. That's one thing that made the movie really, really good. Like, everybody bodied their role, right? So Obalola and Gift were the strong ones in the group who got involved in physical fights, even when they didn't have to. They were just flexing their muscles up and down. The first mission they went on, where they had to fight off a lot of people, was pretty hilarious. They were on some Jet Li things. In fact, Jet Li has nothing on Tobi. Adesua channeled her inner Angelina Jolie only for them to be done with this fight, and Tobi brought out his gun to carry the guy they came for, and I was like, bro, you could have just used the gun to threaten these people and carry the man you came for. Like, the time you used to fight all these people, the man could have disappeared or escaped or something. Like, they just wanted to flex their muscles. The guy they came for was Mr. Macaroni, as Uemimo, who apparently stole 5 million naira from Kazim and ended up being killed for it. So they basically used this part to show us how brutal Kazim was. The guy legit had a slaughterhouse where he used to slaughter people at will. Now, Ife, on the other hand, was the calm guy in the group that was shuttling between being a driver to Kazim and being a woman rapper that later became a baby daddy. Ify just wanted to live a soft life and blow as a musician, like literally. Kazeem became the Eleni, of course, and was now moving to become the governor of Lagos State with the help of their godfather, the Oloro Ogun, that was in charge of the party that had held Lagos hostage for over 20 years. This is where all the dirty work came into play. They went after anybody that had the power to distort his ambition. He even went as far as killing a man that belonged to another gang, that's Latan's gang, at a barbing salon. That gave rise to the ripple effect that led to what would later come back to haunt him. After Kazeem succeeded in killing the other gang member, Ify was tasked to go back there and silence the barber, which meant basically to kill him so he could never speak about what went down at his salon. The Ify that had not killed before, the Ify that wanted to pee in his pants literally when the other guy was being killed, is who they sent to execute such a mission in less than 24 hours. I just knew that it would lead to problems. He informed Oba about it and he promised him that, okay, I'll go there with you and we'll just warn the guy, the Baba guy, to leave Lagos and never come back instead of killing him. So himself and Obalola had it all planned out. Obalola at this point was Kazeem's daughter's personal bodyguard and driver. Tenny, his day one crush. The day he took her to her house, he had a brain reset. He realized that he had just been wasting his life working for Kazeem while Kazeem was protecting and enriching himself and his family. So that night when Ify was supposed to carry out this task, Oba was running an errand with Kazeem's daughter and he was ambushed, right? Ify had waited for Oba to meet him up so they could, warn the Baba together as they had planned, but Oba was unavailable, so he went in on his own. He warned the Baba and left. After he came out, another guy went in and killed the Baba. On Ify's way home, he was attacked and killed in a very brutal way, guys. Like, really brutal. Like, he was butchered like an animal. It was the most painful part of this movie. Everything put together just made it really emotional. How he died, how Gift found him and was crying her eyes out. The fact that they all had plans of living this lifestyle for something better. Then the part where his mother was laying a curse on all those involved in his death in church. That scene was powerful. Chioma, Chioma the actor big. Now, Obalola didn't even know what was going on. After his experience, he took Tenny home, and that's how they later turned the frustration into sextration and ended up together in bed. The next morning was when he remembered that he was supposed to meet Ify, and he called Gift after having several missed calls only to hear about Ify's death. He was obviously devastated. As with the way things happened in Saliko, a fight between the two gangs ensued and lots of people were killed. Oba went directly into the den of the other gang to show them his Jackie Chan skills. But he was obviously overthrown. They beat the hell out of him. After which they revealed to him that it was Kazeem that killed Ify. They also didn't like Kazeem, so, they promised to join hands with him if he ever grew the balls to go after Kazeem. So sooner or later, Oba finally gathered the balls and arranged with some of his members to codily go after Kazeem. They started by locating the place where he keeps his weapons. They took that and burnt the place down. The guy that took them there was the one that revealed to them that it was Kazeem that killed his father, killed Nino, his adopted father. In fact, they just revealed that Kazeem was just somebody that had been killing a lot of people that they loved. So that just aggravated the whole situation. The scene where the guy was begging for his life was so funny. Baba switched to foreign accents while begging.
One more beg. It's across the river. Across the river. I know that. I will do whatever you want me to do. Please, I'm sorry.
Now, Oba set up a plan with the other gang members and attacked Kazeem in the same way that his father was killed during a burial ceremony. There were lots of shooting here and there. Kazeem escaped from the scene, but Oba followed him, only for Oba to get there, and it happened that the bullets in Kazeem's gun had been exhausted. And I was like, nice, now finish the motherfucker. The next thing, Kazeem proposed a weaponless fight. And as Jackie Chan that Oba is, he dropped his gun to fight Kazeem man to man. A very annoying situation. Like, there's nothing that annoys me like that. Like, what are you trying to prove? I expected him to give like a long hiss and pull the trigger, or highest thing, he would just shoot his legs first. before going ahead to fight him man to man, because that action almost cost him his life before Gift came to his rescue and shot Kazim. After Kazim fell dead from the building, there was this very strong eye contact between Tenny and Oba. Imagine killing your lover's father. Hey! Question of the day, guys. Can the love still stand? Would there be a part 2 where she'll go after him? I think so. I think that's gonna set us up for part 2, where she'll now be the one going for revenge or something. But if there's no part 2, I think this movie ended really, really well. So that is the end of the story of Gangs of Lagos. So it was a nice one because the actors won and everything about the movie was pretty good. It was really good. Not pretty good, it was really good. Like the cinematography, the actors bodying their role, everything just seemed to be a perfect fit. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think about it. And yeah, I'm just going to round this up so that it's not so long. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.